when I got fired from WWE, I had no idea it was going to be out there. What was waiting for me in the independent wrestling world, and I came out and like, wow, man, it's awesome. And there's so many places that are drawing so well. There's so many incredible talents, and this really exemplifies it. I mean, this is 3 independent wrestlers, Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, who said, F it, we're going all in. And they rented out an arena, and in 30 minutes, they sold 10,000 tickets. That's amazing. So all these people here are here for a show, not a televised company, nothing like that. This is the largest independent wrestling show of all time. And it's historic, man. And now the Ring of Honor sold out Madison Square Garden. This is ushering in an era of independent wrestling that is, it's unprecedented. When I started back in like 99, it was hot because there was that trickle-down effect from WWE, right? Attitude Era. So you just could put wrestling on a marquee and Greg Valentine on the show and, 800 people would show up. And now it's not even about that. It's not about a trickle-down effect. It's about like a grassroots. It's not top-down. It's bottom-up. It's awesome.
What do you think that Cody and the Bucks have tapped into that has made it possible for this huge turnout? Like you said, so it's crazy. It's something that we haven't seen before. What have they tapped into?
There's one thing that people connect to, I think, it's being genuine, right? The Young Bucks for years have just started to play by their own rules. They're just like, hey, this is what we think is cool, and we're just going to do what we think is cool. We're not trying to market towards anybody. We're not trying to sell it to anybody. We're like, this is what we enjoy. If you enjoy it too, come enjoy it with us. And I think that's a huge thing. Instead of thinking, all right, what's going to be the least offensive thing to do for people? What's going to be the thing that we think people like, sometimes, or historically people have liked, or all these different ways that sometimes you look at things to try to capture what people want. They were genuine, and people like things that come from an honest place. Roddy Piper told me that once. It's got to come from an honest place.
And 2 quick ones left here is Wrestlers Lab. You will be a part of that September 30th, Death and Bloom. You and Darby Allin. You looking forward to that at the end of September?
Yeah, man. I've seen Darby Allin a little bit. Gabe Sapolsky first told me about him, just about like, he basically told me a couple years ago, he's like, this, Darby Allin, he's like, he reminds me of you, whatever it was, 10 years ago, or just with the viral videos and just with the sort of reckless abandon. He kind of does some stuff. So it's going to be an interesting match. I look forward to it.
And you're doing a seminar as well, too, so definitely want to go out there. If you want to learn from a great mind like Jimmy Jacobs, you definitely want to go do a seminar.
Yeah, look, I'm going to say this with all humility. For whatever it costs, it's worth the money. I'm on the creative for Impact Wrestling. I was in creative for WWE for a couple years. I've always had a certain aptitude for the creative aspect of the business, and there aren't a whole lot of people in the world who have the perspective that I do. So for whatever the $50 or whatever it is, you're going to come out the other end with your mind fucking blown.
I definitely want to say that Impact Wrestling has been just amazing. I think Slammiversary was a turning point. I think just that whole card. There was a lot of people that would critique it and beat it to death, but when you go to Slammiversary and just the rave reviews that you hear, I don't think anybody had one bad thing to say about Slammiversary.
You're welcome.
There you go. Jimmy Jacobs is so humble. Jimmy Jacobs.
Yeah, it was awesome. All those guys worked so hard, and I don't think I did see one poor review of it, which is amazing. And I think the product has gotten a lot better, and I'm happy that I'm a part of that.
Jimmy Jacobs, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's my podcast, Starrcast.